So I want to welcome everybody to the lab and the trading lounge. Of course, I have my co-pilot and my partner in crime in this path, Master Vivian. And we just had some things that we wanted to, just kind of spit off the dome, because that's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? When the spirit move with me, I make a video about it, right? So we was discussing about where we're at in our day trading journey, right? And she brought up some pretty good topics of conversation. And one of them was, why out in YouTube land and different programs and stuff that they really bamboozle you with a whole lot of technical or everything that don't pertain to what do I need to know to make money in this market. So she brought up some interesting topics. Now, I know some people viewing this might get a little heat, but you might step on some toes. But like my pastor used to tell us, he says, say some things that I say that you don't like, and I step on your toes, you curl them up, because it has to be said, right? So I always like to give folks 5 to 10 minutes to vent. Then once they vent, we can't talk about it no more, right? We want to start building on the stuff that we want to see manifest in our lives. So we can't be building off stuff that we hold. We got to let it go. Okay? So, in the lab, in the Mctradingloungellc, in the lounge, we like to build on where we want to go with our trading, right? So now I'm going to be flipping over, but first let me break down some stuff. It is very important to understand market structure. Matter of fact, before I go any further, Master V, you want to chime in on some of the things that I've already elaborated on? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, we elaborate on a lot of things, Master B. Which one are you referring to?
There's so much information out here, and to mystify the charts, and just keep it simple.
Yeah, we were just talking. I was just talking to Master B, like in my journey. Why does they have to make it so difficult when trading should be very easy? I know there's different terminology out there, and there's this and there's that, but the chart is solely portraying one thing: buying and selling. It's just, and if you just stick to those rules, how Master B is going to explain in a little while, it's really not complicated. What do you actually see on the chart?
So in your experience, do you think learning how to read the chart is difficult?
No, because you could actually see, okay, right now, I seen that it made a downtrend. Then it did a little uptrend, and now what is it doing? It's going sideways, and that's actually what the market does. It goes up, down, and sideways. I understand that people have to make it more difficult, and I understand why, which we're not going to get into that. We're going to focus on the positive note, but you trade what you see, and this is what I'm seeing. I don't know if everybody else sees that, but it's clearly there.
All right, so let's ask. I want to ask you a couple of questions. I have you here, and so do I need? There's a big thing that's bugging me, right? And it's this top-down analysis. Now, there are some communities that start with the higher time frame. I mean, they go all the way out to monthly, weekly, daily, and stuff like that. But first, I want to clear something up about what we do. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad you brought that up, because I was thinking about that too sometime this week about top down analysis, and it doesn't matter where you start because you're still coming down to where you're going to enter. So in a way, it's still top down analysis because you are starting from a higher time frame that where you're going to enter. It
Okay.
doesn't have to start from the monthly. It's where you feel comfortable in taking the trade and how you're going to bring it down.
I want to clear something up that, what I shared knowledge with you is how to be a chartist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The knowledge that I shared with you is how to be a chartist. You are a chartist. And I want to see how fast that term gets around the internet. I'm a chartist, and because I'm a chartist, it don't matter the market. It don't matter the industry. If it has a chart, I can chart it, read it, prep work it, get my top-down analysis, and trade the market. Another thing too, we got to understand something, and we just building right here. We just, I like just spitting things off the top of the dome, and the spirit moves with me. Just trading the markets is about making money. It's not about let me see how far the market can go. It's about making money. So that making money movement, I hear a lot of comments out there about, getting 3 or 4 pips. That's not impressive. I get 1,000 pips. It's about making money. It's about adding to my basket every day. Now, because you have all of this pep rally and stuff in the market, right? You got people failing by the leaps and bounds because they're trying to hit a home run every time they come into the market. Slow and steady wins the race. Add to your basket every day. Give yourself 12 months to manifest the lifestyle that you want. Right? If that's not the type of information that you're looking for, just definitely the wrong place. You need to take your time, slow it down, master your skill set, and the profit will follow. That makes sense? I hope it does.
So that makes a whole lot of sense.
We just kicking it right now, 2 fellow traders. Hopefully this information, will benefit somebody, right? Many years I've been preaching, go 4 ticks, and plus another thing, let me just clear something up. I love the futures market. I'm a futures trader, right? I get all kinds of feedback talking about, the futures is different from any other. No, it ain't. You got a chart, you can trade it. Period.
Yes.
Majority of people or students that come under my tutelage they're wounded from another program. First thing I do when they come over, I ask them, let me see your charts. And when I look at that chart, I'm like, first of all, if you can't break down your chart and tell me what each and everything is on your chart, you need to get it off your chart. Because it's causing you to hesitate to get into the trade. It's just my opinion, my opinion between 2 traders, So back to the charts. If you understand prep work, market structure, risk management, supply and demand, right? Here's another thing, Master V, that kind of, make me do an Arsenio Hall moment. Like, what the hell? The market consists of buyers and sellers. That's it. When the market moves from a particular area, whoever's moving that market is buyer. For instance, if it's going up, the buyers are in charge. In order for a transaction to be completed, those buyers need a seller. Why are we getting all this other stuff in here when you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the conversation between, this gonna be our diary of master traders. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, check it out, right? So you got people, they like, they renaming the shit. Damn, I didn't want to curse on it. They renaming it. It's supply and demand. It's supply and demand. It's buyers and sellers. It's a living auction. That's all it is. So if we're at the top of the market and the market is moving down, in order for that market to move down, that means it's overwhelmed with sellers. In order for those sellers to complete a transaction, I'm going to keep saying this over and over because let's pull back the curtain on this bull stuff. If the sellers are moving the market down, they are looking for buyers. Does that make any sense? Come on, family. Does that make any sense?
Go ahead, preach. Preach, 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 Master B.
So now each time frame defines where the buyers and sellers are located. So you got that. I'm a day trader, so I start on the hourly chart. Sometimes I'll sneak at the 4-hour, right? Each time frame has a supply, demand zone, support, and resistance. On one time frame, when it moves and it breaks the support or resistance, is looking for the next higher time frames support or resistance, supply and demand. So if it's doing this constantly, then we got to understand what is supply and demand. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, volume, momentum. That's the next thing. Volume, momentum. If you're trading during the high volume momentum time, you don't need no damn indicator on your chart. If you're trading between London session that's opening, you're going to have an influx of activity going on. You don't need no volume. Same thing in the New York session. That's why I enjoy the New York session between 9:30 and 12 noon, because I know I'm going to have first of all, I got triple volume. I got double volume because London is still open and New York is open. So I ain't got to worry about volume. I ain't got to worry about follow through, only if there is a news announcement that they're waiting for later in the afternoon. So we want to start putting this all together. Here's another word that you're going to hear that you know came from me. Prep work. Prep work your chart before whatever session you're trading opens. Find the previous day's high, low. Okay, Master B, we getting ready to drop some secret sauce in this video. Yesterday's high and low, pre-market, and when the market opens, find out which one they're going to tap. And in between the hourly down to the 1-minute chart, you got supply and demand zone, support and resistance in the way that will prevent price from moving to the hourly ceiling and floors. Master B, can I preach a little bit?
Go ahead and preach. Mm-hmm.
We got all of this other stuff, lingo, terminology being added to my beautiful trading community, and it's about supply and demand. So I was thinking about something when I was building with Master B. She was like, you know, I want to put out a video. I want to tell him like, yo, you're getting hoodwinked. And I was like, you know what, Master B, don't worry about that. Let's keep moving forward. But then I started thinking, I was like, you know what? If we don't say something, our people gonna keep getting caught up with these freaking programs, and they ain't got nothing to do with trading. So this is my 5 minutes to vent. So I was like, you know what, V? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. One, trading is not network marketing. I don't care whether you come on the board or not. I don't care. Make my money from the market. I'm not trying to steal nobody's people. I'm trying to teach the people the right way to trade. I don't want nothing about your system. I don't care, because at top level of the game, I know how to read the candles. Majority of my people that come over to me are wounded veterans from another program. I got to clear that crap out before I can actually start showing them. Price action will tell you everything it wants to do. That's my 2 cents. What you got, Master V?
That's what it is. You know, a lot of people waste their time. They're trying to figure out how this works. Okay. And I'm just going to give a sample of myself.
Talk to me.
You know, wasn't bringing much income in, trying to figure out how this worked. Got introduced through multi-level marketing. You know, I won't say that the group that I was in, they didn't teach people how to trade, because they kind of did, but they're also emphasizing recruiting. Got to recruit, got to recruit, got to recruit. Talk to this person. Write down 10 people that you know. Let's make this, let's do this, let's do that. You know, focus on recruiting. All right. After years of doing that and not being consistent in the market, went someplace else. And then, yes, they teach you how to trade, but I understand it's a business, and I understand the reason why they do that, but then they're showing you shiny option of other things that you could do in the market. Instead of being consistent with one thing, that's what the platform was for, but now you're learning this method and that method and this and that, and you're not really going forward. Meanwhile, you're paying to learn, but it's like a freaking other job because you're paying for it. You know, if I have to start all over, I would have focused on just one mentor and learning their strategy and their method, and it would have cut the learning curve in half. That's what I believe. Just sticking to one thing instead of hopping around.
All right. I believe that was a little bit more than 5 minutes. So we're going to end right there. With that, that's over with. So now we're going to get busy on the lounge. And if you're paying attention, and you're listening, I'm giving you everything you need to succeed. I'm giving you everything that you need to be consistent. I'm giving you the sizzle. If you're paying attention, okay? First thing you want to do is you want to check that Forex Factory, make sure that you're not going across no news announcement. That's the first thing you do. You need to be informed. 8:30 in the morning, 9 time, whatever time you trade, you need to know that this red box represents you're going to get an influx of volume at that time. So you don't want to be on the wrong side and you go across the red house. Okay. The second thing is you want to go to your hourly chart. If you're a day trader, you ain't in the market that long to be worrying about the monthly, weekly, and the higher top four. I love my 4, but the daily and up. You ain't in there that long. Okay, you go to your hourly chart, right? Those blue shaded areas represent the time that I trade. So I'm looking at pre-markets, high and low. That's it. And if you can't see it, get the line chart. Excuse me. You get the line chart, the peaks and the valleys, right? Pay attention. The peaks and the valleys. Boom. Pre-market. Okay. Boom. Bring your candlesticks back because your candlesticks give a very important information. Then you go to your hourly chart. You drop down to your 15-minute chart. So I go from the 60, drop down to the 15-minute chart. Now on the 15-minute chart, what I'm looking for is supply and demand zones. So let's clear that up. Matter of fact, where's my man in? Let's clear that up, right? So the market is here. You go over to the left of the chart and you start identifying where is that last candle, that last down candle before that market went up. That's my definition of a demand zone. Okay? So I like to do like one up, one down. In case she breaks this, I want to know where's the next demand zone. And I identify it. Okay? So from pre-market, prior to this blue shaded area, which is 9:30, I need to find out where is my supply zone. Supply and demand. Okay? Last up candle, the last up candle before the market moved down, that last candle, that's the supply zone, my definition. Very simple. We're going to keep it very simple. We're not going to overcomplicate this. Okay? So the market opens. Oh, I got to go down to a 5. Now, on my 5-minute chart, I'm starting to zone in with my support and resistance lines, right? Prior to the market opening. So she did a break, retest. She came down, right? So my last resistance area, resistance meaning a ceiling, right there, prior to the 9:30 open. And this is the ES market. This is the ES futures market, okay? Now, 9:30 comes in. She fails to take out the 5-minute resistance ceiling, okay? I squeeze that chart in, and I also am looking for where is my support. Support is on the bottom. There's my support. And not only is there support there, but it's also being backed up by a 15-minute demand zone. That's a strong area to break, right? Market opens up. She fails to take out this top. I'm shorting this guy to the bottom. Now, my risk management. This is another thing that is not a lot of emphasis on. Stop playing the profit game. Play defense. Where are you putting your stop loss? To protect your principal. Without principal, you cannot trade. Okay? So, you want to put your stop loss in an area where price is not going. So when she came up here at the opening and failed to take out the opening, that's a good spot to put my stop. Now, folks is like, You know, and I'm not knocking anybody, but you got different strategies for different people. I myself I can't do 2%. I can't do a percentage. I have to look at the charts, right? If you're doing it by the percentage and that's beyond your percentage, then you can't get into this trade. I get it. That don't work for me. I know that this ceiling failed. It's going down to seek out the floor. So what I'm going to do for me and my style of trading, what I'm going to do is where I'm getting in at, I'm going to measure to where my stop loss has to be. So I'm risking $100. So I automatically know I got to make at least 200. I got to do 1 for 1 minimum.
So that's the 1 to 2.
I'm right as you were. That's why I got 2 people on. You know, that's me, myself, and Master B. Because sometimes, you know, I get excited. I'd be like, you know, yo, don't do this, just do that. But that's a 1 to 2. You're right. Okay. So from here down to first stop on the bus, because you got to get past that shaded areas from the hourly chart. So you got to break that. But guess what? I'm done. That thing goes down to 200. My 1 to 2 risk. I'm out. I'm done. Done for the day. Now I got the rest of the day to do what I want. Now I don't know about you, but you don't want to relinquish the 9 to 5 noose to only get in the day trading noose. You must stay on your job. This business is about freeing up our time so that we could do what we want to do, period. Anything more than that, you making this damn thing a job. Me and Master B traded this morning. We was finished. Market opened up at 9:30. We was finished about 9:35. We had the rest of the day. We was like, we was shot. Well, what do we do now?
And once you're done, because you don't want to give it back. Close up, do something else. Meditate, exercise.
Do something else. Here's the trap. Folks be still sitting here after they done made their 1 to 2, and they see that this market is still continuing down, want to jump back in. In the trading, in Mctrading Lounge, we have a general order. Once you go green and your tick goal has been achieved, shut down your machine. Let me share something with y'all. I don't want a whole lot of knuckleheads in the lounge. I want people who are serious about making money and becoming free. I'm not interested in recruiting. I'm not interested in having 1,000 people in the lounge. I don't need that. Just a handful of a good, solid people who will do their chart work, do their homework. That's all we need. We can change the world from that. Our world. I hope and pray that this information that we shared here tonight will bless somebody and awaken the master within. I am Master B. The voice you hear in the background is Master Vivian, Afro-Cuban trader. I'm out.